time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
See, a time of Jacob's trouble. But the Lord said that this day is great, so that none is like it, man. See, a time where really you unexpected evils, man. You know, shit that you normally see on movies. This is what's gonna be playing out in real life. You know, the grid is going down, the love of meeting gets cold. Your biggest concern is gonna be your homie, neighbor, a family member that you may be living with, you know, whoever it may be, man. But yeah, these are the times. Slavery is not gonna be able to trump the times that we headed to, man. You see the Great Depression, you know, the shit that happened to the so-called Jewish people. 70 AD. But these times is gonna be greater. And this is what we tell you, repent and return unto the Lord, man, because this is your only form of safety. You know, the Lord tell you how the name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous running into it, and it's safe, man. You know, you gonna want safety in these times. This is how violent, you know, these days gonna become. The Lord tell you about those perilous times. You got that.
Because one thing that breeds is the comfortability. You know, these people have never expected for America to change overnight, which it will. You know, because these people are used to DoorDash, Uber, your lights turning on and off, running water. You know, whenever you're hungry, you ain't gotta wait 2 hours to make your meal. You can get fast food just like that. When all these things get taken away, it's gonna be chaos, man. You know?
Medicaid.
Yeah, Medicaid.
All these things, because you got a lot of people. You know, it's a lot of homeless people, man. Well, not homeless, but poor. For lack of a better term, right? They bank on these different government assistance, and you got Trump keep passing different laws and legislations. They're going to pretty much put a cut in government assistance for the poor, man. So there's going to be millions of Americans pretty much bugging out, you know, and it's going to change the reality of this place.
I got something real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offers. All right, so look, it says that the shadow of this place. See, all of the, as the brother was going into, Jake ain't gonna be able to get fast food in that day. There's gonna be a lot of these. Hey, Big Shirley gonna trip out. Hey, Big Back Karen is gonna trip out in that day. What you mean? I can't go to KFC. I can't go to Captain D's. Yeah, Mickey D's. That the water, Esau gonna cut these waters, cut the water off, man. And that's been the stage is being set for that already, man. You got Kill Gates. He's buying up all of these farmlands, and it ain't just any farmlands he's buying up. He's buying up farmlands with waterways, man. And with these waterways, he's going to be able to control the water. Because you had Esau, you had an Edomite on the particular summit, or whatever, one of these little conferences. She came out and said, yo, the people didn't fall for the global warming. People didn't fall for the feed. But I know one thing these people understand, they understand water. So let's see how these people feel when we get a hold of the water. So these comforts are being taken away from these people. So when these comforts, these supports get taken away from these people, they're going to start fearing. And through that fear, these people they're gonna submit. With the jobs, the AI that Esau is giving these people, hey man, with the new AI, these jobs are being taken away. And with these jobs being taken away, these people are frantic.
Yeah, but they understand.
I got it real quick. This Isaiah 30 verse 1. It says, behold, the Lord, Yahawashi, the Lord of hosts, does take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the staff, the whole state of bread and the whole state of water.
That's pretty much going into the different support systems, man. The government's assistance, you know, everything because they're staying that staff. That pretty much the holds you up, man. And you see, you know, Yahawashi has Trump cutting off these different government assistance, man. You know, and what's this going to cause? That's going to cause all hell to break loose because people's going to respond, you know, to different convenience being taken away. You know, even going back to what the brother going into, man. See, you got it.
That was it on that. All right, I'm going to go back into over in Ezekiel. All right, this is back in Ezekiel 7 and 5. It says, thus saith the Lord Yahawah power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come.
And that's part of the evil, man, because, you know, certain moves is going to bring forth bad times. See, and this is the intent and purposes of the so-called white man inside you. he won't order out of chaos so he can present the micro seed to you. You know, and this is what really all roads is leading to.
It says, an end is come, the end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come.
Man, you see the end, man, the end of the world, the end of this world. You know, the rulership of the so-called right man, you saw evil and wickedness having an influence over the planet Earth. This is what's coming to an end. Your convenience is coming to an end. You know, because once America stops, everything that pretty much drives this place is going to stop as well. You know, and that's even including you. Your job, you know, your dreams and aspirations, everything is going to stop. This really was going to make this place a hopeless society, man. You know, it tells you that in Ecclesiastes 12, how they look out of the windows and it be dark, man. You know, that's pretty much going into no hope. They looking for hope, you know, but there's none there, man. See?
And if I mean, just adding that, because you can see the American dream has faded away throughout the process of time, man. Nobody do not want to grow up to be an NFL player no more. Why? Because CTE. You know, nobody don't want to afford to be a damn businessman anymore because they know this system is failing. You know? You got it.
It's Amos chapter 6 and verse 1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion.
See, yeah, and that woe means death and destruction, man. Zion is a for is a place of so-called black and Native American Indians. And you see the Lord, he'll get that comfortability spirit. Because really, this is not your rest, man. And he has, you know, plans to pretty much destroy this place. But as you see it breaking down day by day, man. You know, so you got it.
Trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came.
Yeah, you see, it pretty much be America, man. You know, you trust in that system. You see, you actually think that this place is going to continue. The Lord tell you that this place is not your rest. But yet he's going to bring that to his fruition more and more. We start to lose more jobs. You know, with certain assistants being cut off, even really being strict. You know, you're not going to have pleasure in
Remember now, thy creator in the days of thy youth. While the evil days come, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw not, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Yeah, man, just to back the brother up, the Lord said, remember now, you know, here it is, the stores are open, you know what I mean? You still get a bill, you know, you can still go to the bar, get a drink. All right, but here it is, evils are increasing, man. The scripture says, though a vision shall be good, cheap upon earth, they still should think themselves to be in good case. And that's the delusion that you niggas are in, man. You know, you think yourselves to be in good case when the famine is increasing. All right, this guy Trump coming down with martial law. All right, the chip is being brought upon the scene. Okay, and it's soon going to be before your doorstep, man. But the Lord is telling you to remember now your creator and thy youth, man. See, before the evils are brought upon the planet Earth, man. And this is the message that the prophet is basically pushing unto you, man, through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Sham, Rawchaa, man. Because things is finna get bad out here, man. And this all thus said the Lord. As the scripture says, evil and only evil. Yep, it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened.
That's a metaphor for the truth, man.
That's it.
See, you got it.
Though the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall buy themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few.
See, the Lord, he's pretty much breaking down the different events that's going to be taking place, man. This is what's going to lead to you not having pleasure. The grind is going to cease. The strong men is going to bow themselves. It's going to be in fear, man. You see, because the biggest thing, the hottest commodity in that time is going to be the ounces, man. See, and that's what a nigga don't like. Because the Lord tell you that in where's that? Luke 21 and 25. Tell you about that spirit of perplexity, man. You know, you go into perplexity. It's you lacking ounces, well, you lacking resources. And the first form of resources you're gonna lose is the ounces. So what the hell is going on, man? Why these things is happening? What happened to the food? Why the lights out? I just paid my bill. You know, this is gonna be the concerns of you people, man. See, and it's gonna shift around. It's gonna make shit more solid here, man. See, because right now niggas just wrapped up in folly.
Nigga
See?
worried about getting fast.
Yeah.
Nigga worried about getting fast, dropping a new album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your skin, some shit.
Yeah, this fashion statements. Nah, that's all the nigga want. You want to be the flies, nigga, the funniest nigga. Yeah, hey, Lord, he gonna put all that shit on the backseat, man. You know, when you can't eat, man. You know, even just lean up to the family. Shit, groceries getting too high for you, man. Now you gotta make a decision on whether to buy groceries or pay your bills. You to skip the bill to buy the groceries, now you got an eviction notice on the door. Now shit just unfair for you. See? People love to put you in strict position, man. You know, you gotta go.
Going back, it says the grinders cease because they are few.
And that's one thing that's gonna lead to the distress. You think you lost your job, man? Because Jake got a thing for living above his means.
Yeah.
You know, and when you lose that job, that can't pretty much suffice your way of living, nigga, you gonna suffer, man. Cause then you gonna lose your car. Then you gonna have to downsize the house. That nigga in a 1-bedroom apartment full of shit. You know. But hey, then you gonna lose that apartment soon, man. See?
Yeah, I mean, it's like that. And then you're gonna be out on the streets.
Yeah.
And that's why Esau gonna come with their savior. His savior gonna be in the form of that chip. See?
I'm trying to bring in that remember thy creator. Matter of fact, I just what the scripture has said to add to the brother's point of remember thy creator in the days of thy youth. You're supposed to remember the Lord in your strength, man. We're in our strength right now, man, to get this work, to get this understanding that we may be able to stand in that day to come, man. Because we're young men. Whether you be 40, 35, 25, 18, we're all young men. We ain't Apostle Tarnell, they up at 80. You see? But I got this to bag the brother up. This is some rock on Ecclesiastes 11 and 20. Be steadfast in thy covenant. What covenant? The agreement that you made with Yahawashi, that we all made in the wilderness, man. Because that covenant that we made with Yahawashi in the wilderness is going to be, that was indicative of the hell that we were going to catch, man. Because we made that covenant with Yahawashi, the Lord was like, the ones that actually keep it in this day, he's going to protect it. He's going to protect that Jake, man. Why? Because we've been doing it for way back then. Now was the time to that we will be made full. We'll actually fulfill our lots. Now, in this age, you see, I continue. It says, "Be steadfast in thy covenant and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work." That's what the Lord meant when He said, "Remember thy Creator in the days of thy youth." We're supposed to be building towards that day, man. Because, hey, an 11th hour Israelite is gonna hide behind his brother. That's the only way, man. But this brother is being built up, so it's a greater glory to come. That's the times that we're in, man. Because we're in the evil time, man. These people are snared, man. And they're gonna be put to death because of it, man. Why? Because they didn't wax strong in the days that they do. They wasn't really exercising the spirit. Here it is, we're exercising the spirit, we're exercising our faith, we're exercising the spirit of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. We catch our hells, but hey, here we are, another week, doing the work of Yahawashi and Yahawashi. The Lord shall find great pleasure in this right here, man, in this work that we're doing. You got it?
Just going back to the point that you made about in the youth, man. Because you might be a 40-year-old man, you know, you might sound old, but the Lord, hey, you was born again, man. See, and it really what it's born to, you know, you being born again, that's what Yahawashi told Nicodemus. He said, the man be born again, and Nicodemus was in his old age, you know. But yeah, you come back, return to the Lord in your strength, man, because obviously, you know, your mind still working properly. You see? But yeah, you continue on with that.
It says that those that look out the windows will be darkened.
Yeah, pretty much no hope, man. And this is what America is going to turn into, man. You see? Because right now, yeah, this place is first. Niggas still kind of banking on the American dream. The song, like the brother brought out earlier, Isaiah 3:1, how the Lord is going to break the stay in the step. See, the stability of this place, the stability of the shit that you people lean on. The Lord is going to break it, man, and it's going to lead you to, it's going to lead you without even hope.
So So back in Sirach 11 and 21, marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in Yahawah Yahawashi and abide in thy labor. So we're supposed to stay in this labor, continue to push, man, because we're only getting better at this job. We're gaining more experience. You know, Esau's always telling 2 years experience, 5 years experience. Hey man, we all got different levels, but hey, we're waxing old and we're waxing stronger in our work. It says, abide in thy labor, for it is an easy thing. And right now, hey, Jake and Esau are winning in this society. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich.
Yeah, man. And, hey, and us see how about shot on the loop. You know, because yeah, we consider the poor, but even like we're really rich, man, in spirit, man.
That's it. If I may, that's what I'm really talking about, man. We was really the poor, but we're made rich through the faith. And ultimately, it's going to manifest in the kingdom of heaven.
That's it.
That twinkling of an eye, man. That twinkling of an eye. In a sudden. The Lord said in a sudden.
And if I may too, even these riches is knowledge too. That's why the scriptures say riches is not common to a nigga. Because again, if you basically on point, you basically have an understanding of the riches of the kingdom of heaven. That's gold. The scripture says wisdom is precious in rubies and all that. You know, the spirit, y'all got it.
Hey, because even Lord said that when you say he lifted up the poor out of the dust, and the beggar from the dust, man. Do what? To sit them on those princes, man. See? And this really the process of the children of Israel, coming from being the poor to really being back on the righteous throne for the last time. You got it, man.
Verse 13. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold.
And it's just showing you how precious this wisdom is, man. Because the people of this world, they seek after the rubies, the silver, and the gold, man. But yet those things are going to pass away. You see? But ultimately having this truth, this is a legacy that's going to continue on into the kingdom of heaven, man.
It says she is more precious than rubies, and all things that can desire are not to be compared unto her.
Yeah, because what wisdom brings, man? It brings life. The Lord said, wisdom giveth life to them that have it, man. And life is more precious than money. You ask young dog, would you rather have the millions or live, man? Nigga say live. You see? It shows you how precious life is, but it's even more precious when you got wisdom.
Look at this book, Ecclesiastes 7, and I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, for wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life unto them that have it.
Yeah, and that's the two. That's the two. Pretty much, I guess equals. I would say in this realm, man. A nigga is either wisdom or money. Really, Yahawashi money, man. That's why the law even tell you that you can't serve two masters. But a nigga in this world, he will choose money and he'll die. But those who choose wisdom, what's real, man? This shows that wisdom really reigns supreme, man.
Proverbs 3 and verse 16. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is everyone that retaineth her. Wisdom ultimately grants you life. Here it is, like niggas getting the riches of these world, but you won't fucking die eventually, man. But like you said, with wisdom comes the length of days and riches. You know what I mean?
You say and peace.
And peace, that's it.
And nigga, who saying that peace, man? Nigga Lil Wayne, man. This nigga, he got all the riches, but this nigga depressed. See, because ultimately he's lacking wisdom. But you see wisdom, it gives you riches and peace, man. And this is also what's going to play out in the kingdom of heaven for the children of Israel, because wisdom is what's going to be on Israel. It ain't going to be you being a funny nigga that's going to put you on the pedestal. It's going to be the wisdom presented. They're going to put you on the level, man. See? And even the wisdom of the elite, it's going to be, you say, It's saving the city, you know, for lack of a better term. Yeah, that poor man will. That poor man will not save the city, man. And the city is a people before it's a place. See, so even the wisdom of the host of the elect is going to bring back the whole nation of Israel, man.
I'll pull this one. This is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So it says wisdom and knowledge. Hey, wisdom and knowledge been saved Floyd from getting trapped over there for 6 months in Dubai, right? You see? It says, in strength of salvation. So wisdom and knowledge is the key thing to have. It says in the strength of salvation. Hey, what is our salvation, man? It's Yahawashi, to have the knowledge of Yahawashi, to know what's good in his sight. Not me giving $5 to this Edomite, not me getting on line and screaming Jesus. No, man, it's me going out to the highways and byways doing the will of Yahawashi, me keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of my ability. That's showing your knowledge and wisdom, man. That these things may be seen by the Lord when he look down and be like, oh, look at him. He actually down there doing the right thing, man. It says, in wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation.
Yep, strength, pretty much. It's gonna save your life.
Huh?
See, just like wisdom give life to them that happen, man. So this wisdom and knowledge is gonna be the bridge to your salvation. You eating in the family. See, you even being confident in the evils, because really it's gonna be a precept that's gonna hold you up, man. You're gonna remember what the Lord said. It ain't gonna be to your own will, because you was a fighter. Now nigga knew how to tie a knot. You know what I mean?
Jake coming out thinking he out slicking Esau by cooning and buffooning and grifting for Esau, man. That's not wisdom. You see how I just played that right, Lord? Hey, man, Lord don't get no dams about that, man. It's about you. How do you apply these scriptures, man? How do you navigate using righteousness in a wicked land?
You apply it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Lord said be wise as a serpent. If you get before the police, can you apply the wisdom?
Now Jake sitting in the car, sitting up there trying to go back. You know I'm an Israelite, you going into slavery. Hey man, Esau gonna pick you up, gonna bust your window, punch you in your face, snatch you out that car, and slam you on that hood.
Yeah, you screaming, how about I send me outside?
Hey, you ain't even gonna be able to get that out, man.
Yeah. And the Lord ain't hearing that shit, man, because you ain't applying the wisdom.
Huh? It says, the fear of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is his treasure. Right?
Yeah. So going back into that wisdom, man, it's going to be the strength of your salvation. And they ultimately fear the Lord as his treasure. This is how you get the wisdom and knowledge, man. By ultimately fearing Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. And how do you show that you fear the Lord? By performing the law, man. You know, you actually repent and returning back to the Lord. You stop acting like a fucking American. Because that American spirit, that's what's going to lead you to get put to death. You know, you having the mindset of an Edomite, in which all you Americans do, people outside this country, that's what's going to lead you to get put to death.
Going to that Ecclesiastes that you wrote quoted. Yep, this Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 15. Now there was found in it a poor wise man. It said, I'm going to jump up verse 14. It says, there was a little city, and few men within it. And there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city, yet no man remembered that same poor man.
See, really, us are presenting his wisdom. This is how the city is really going to be delivered. No? Not speaking about America, Birmingham, but the nation of Israel. See, and yet we know 2 birds are going to die. You know, but also they're going to come back to the laws of the elect. Okay. Was it more on?
Then said wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised.
Yeah. See, because really, they hate Yahawashi, man. You know, they'll despise you for telling them the right way. Ultimately giving them the way to say they like you. See? But yet that poor man's wisdom is despised. You know, the Lord, He will tell you how the prophet is honored, but not in his household or amongst his kindred. You know? What you got, man?
And his words are not heard.
Yeah, our words not heard. We tell you that America gonna be destroyed, man. We saw Eagles coming with a micro seed. We're gonna make you, like the elder point of law often say, a permanent America. You see? And that's gonna be the bridge to your destruction, man. You see, because you didn't want to hear the words of the four wise men. And it tells you that in Ezekiel 33, how they heard the sound of the trumpet, but then take heed, man. So what? Their blood is gonna be upon their own head. You know? But he taking heed shall deliver his soul. Pretty much, because when you take heed, you're made wise unto salvation.
I may back you up. This is all right. Chapter 13 and verse 23. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
Yeah, nigga, listen to JC. That damn TDJ, man, you know? They'll listen to him, man. So you got it.
And look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds.
Jesus said, shit, Gorilla said, how about to go find some more? You know, shit.
They go get some money, nigga.
Yeah.
You know, that's a well-known quote, you know, in the black community, especially pushed by these fucking rappers, man.
That boy said, I got 99 problems.
Yeah.
Bitch ain't one.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 99 problems. Yeah, she got 99 problems. Bitch,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's just so that the rich man, his parables and his sayings is installed from the cloud. Right?
Yep, but if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this?
It's a bust to her.
Yeah, that's it. Because like, you know what I mean? They say, so what y'all gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what y'all, you know what I mean? Like, you here with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But that's the mindset of these niggas, man. You know, because you see lowly men, you know what I mean, casual clothing. You know, we got on the garments. You know, they once called us what, Roman lights and shit. You know, that's the mindset of these niggas though, man. You know, which that shows you that you niggas lack wisdom, man. You know?
And if I be added too, because just going back, even when Paul was on the scene, they appointed Paul is going to get him down low because he was in prayer. But guess what? His level was mighty. So, fuck the outward circumstances, but inward, for the lack of better word. See? Now,
It says, what fellow is this? And if he stumbles, they will help to overthrow him.
Yeah. They're going to help to overthrow him, man. See? And that's just Jake, man. See? Because really, this place is fucking wicked. And everything they really speak, the right thing, they demonizing him, man. You know, you're really seeing that scripture play out right here in America. Even with the children of Israel being on the scene, you know, the true prophets, predominantly here in Great Millstone, they scoff at it, man. You know, it's just really like another phase in black culture. You know, them guys crazy. See, but really, you scoffers gonna lead to their destruction, man, because the message that the poor man is speaking is really for your life.
Yeah, I got some. This is Jeremiah 17:5. Thus saith Yahawashi, Yahawashi, cursed be the man that trusteth in man.
Yeah, you pretty much trusting in so-called white man site. Because this is what things are going to lead to, man. You know, pretty much the convenience, the grocery stores start to run dry. You want to trust in this guy to pretty much be your saving hand. See, and when he going to present, the might proceed with it. See, and the Lord say, curse be the man that trusts in man. Because ultimately those who seek to save their life are going to lose it.
See? That's how they did Trump. You know? That's why the scriptures say they stole it to the clouds. That rich man, everybody trusted Trump 2024. Now look at it. Everybody wants this guy out of here. He's a puppet for the small hats. Hey, but the men of the Lord, they told you that, man. But hey, you didn't want to hear that blackface nigga say it. You would have rather had heard it from Joel Osteen or T.D. Snakes, man. You see? So
That's them not considering the wise man.
it says, thus saith Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, Cursed be the man that trusted in man and make his flesh his home. And that's what Jake did. Jake made this place his power. Jake made this place his strength. Jake made EDT, Snap, booty shaking videos on TikTok, alimony, what else? What's some other things? Child support, content creators. They made that their arms. Everybody want to be Casanat right about now. Yeah? At one point, everybody wanted to be. I want to be like Mike. Everybody wanted to be MJ. But now all of those things are fleet. They're fading away, man. You see? So cursed be the man that make it flesh his own. You made it your power. But now Donald Trump is showing you, hey man, hey, you ain't got no power. I'm big dog and shit now, man. Hey, from the guy that's in the office that was making $100K a year, he sought out AI now. So where do you place in this society? All you can do is tell people what to do. You can't jump down in that hole and fix a pipe. You can't get up there and start to get that power going. You can't get that air going. You can't fix no car. You see? So cursed be the man that maketh flesh his arm. And it says, in whose heart, which is your life, which is your mind, departed from Yahawashi and Yahawashi. That's Alizé, man. How is it that you want to be a content creator and work up under a failing company under Adam 22 at the end of the world, man? At the end of the world, all bets are off now, man. Now what are you gonna do? You're gonna forsook Yahawashi to eat a missile. You see? That's what Esau has pushed our people to. He's pushed them to the edge that our people actually think that by being in cahoots and being on the right side of Esau will lead to an everlasting life, a happy, content experience here in America, when it's really just set up for hell, man. Yeah.
It ain't so rich, man. The Lord promised to destroy this place. Seeing everything that you really holding fast to, it's gonna crumble soon, man. The Lord said how this place was reached, ready to fall. Swelling out of the high wall who was breaking, coming suddenly at an instant. You ain't gonna be able to detect when this shit gonna fall, man. This shit that really gonna collapse. You know, all of a sudden on a random Tuesday. See? But then gonna covenant with death. That shit gonna be disannulled. Even going back to Alizé, you know, they made a covenant with death. As if you get rich, this was gonna hold you up, man. That shit may preserve you for a moment in time, but ultimately salvation is of the Lord, man. See? You know, you gonna die.
I can answer the point. Because you remember when the Kagan story first broke. He played coy for a moment, and then he came out what? He was like, I'm getting money behind us. I'm getting views. Well, if that was such the case, why are you over there cooking for Adam 22, man? So that shows you that it's all a facade, man. It's all a facade. It leads to death. This whole thing leads to death, man. This place has been set on high and with a slippery step, man. As the scriptures roughly paraphrasing going into it. This place is these people foot is set in a slippery place. It's not a sure thing, and it's gonna be a great fall from that high mountain, man. Why? Because you held hand in hand with Esau, man. And it's a judgment that comes for that.
I got something for you real quick, just going back. This is the book of Micah 2 and verse 10. It says, arise and depart, but this is not your rest. It's like, arise and depart, but this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction.
And this is America, man. Because first and foremost, this place is going to pollute your mind. And even like we saying with Alizé, this nigga mind was polluted by Yahawashi. He saw America to be more sexy, turn it to the Lord, man. You know, but now he's trying to build here. You know, this nigga's trying to do all these, trying to get generational wealth here, man. But the Lord promised to destroy this place. And we see that promise growing more and more. The Lord tell you how, what's that, Proverbs 4:18? How the path of the just is shining brighter and brighter until the perfect day. Even though that nigga went to the left side, nigga, soon, you ain't gonna have no choice but to acknowledge prophecy, man.
See, hey, it's a scary thing because he knew it.
Yeah.
I got some real quick. I got that word polluted. That word polluted means to become unclean, to become impure.
Yeah, and if I may, that's touching pitch, man. The Lord said he that touches pitch shall be defiled therewith. And if you have fellowship with a proud man, you should be likened unto him. And that proud man is the so-called white man you saw eating. But yet, you touching pitch. That shit defiles your mind, man. Now you moving like this nigga, man. You know? Now you fucking with opportunity. This nigga a fucking homo, bro. This nigga let his wife commit adultery. You know? But now you in agreement with that shit because you want to work under him. See? But that's your mind being defiled. You know? And he said, going back to Ecclesiastes 13, how you gonna be made like an unto him. You gonna be destroyed, man. You see? That's what he said you gonna it says put your mind to
going back, Micah 2 and verse 10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest because it is polluted.
Yeah, see? Oh, yeah.
Where my man said because it's polluted, man. Just going back to that word polluted, it means to become unclean or to become impure. When it says in Titus that all things be pure unto the pure, man. Basically meaning you wasn't really a part of this from the beginning, man. You already had that impure spirit. We can tell that how the way you bucked up against the apostle else. And now he's made manifest that you was that wicked nigga, man. Because back in 2010, even 2015, they was glorifying him. And that's what we say, knowledge puffeth up. You know, especially if a nigga think he knows something, he's going to forsake everybody, even everything that he knows, even his morals. So just because the Lord exalted you into that higher state, he's doing the same thing by casting you down. That's why as we can see throughout the nation of Israel, that's a low-level thing, man. You let somebody else, that's the lowest the low can go, man. You ain't nothing but a damn scumbag. You know, you in deep, but at the same time, it's made manifest now because Rawchaa is proving that you was a nigga. And you was polluted, man, the whole time.
He said he should destroy you with a sword destruction. You being hit up by the muscle, man. So that's all America can really lead you to. You know, we want to have a mindset of this place. That shit gonna kill you, man.
And if I may add, just going back with Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot's wife. Lot's wife, she didn't get destroyed because, no, she got destroyed because she missed that place. Why you telling me? The Lord said he can mess this place up. You see what the angels did. You know what I'm saying? So we getting out of here. Why the hell you turn around? And Lot ain't say, man, no, baby. No, he sidestepped that motherfucker, man. Because he knew the seriousness about it, man. Right. We can laugh and joke and things like that, but at the end of the day, we know this is a life and death thing, bro. And we can see, again, that's a despicable thing for you to go that low. This guy is known to be a cuck, but again, that's why it's a wicked thing being raised here in America. A lot of niggas crave fame. You know, a lot of niggas crave, you know, to be that guy or whatever, but you can't even handle it. You claim to be a high priest, but you couldn't handle the demons that came with it, man. You know, you got it.
If I may, because the Lord said how Lot, he was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked being out here. Smell like the going back. Lot went tripping about that bride, man, because she was pretty much performing the shit that he hated.
Yeah.
You know, because that's like your bride. She acting like a fucking American, bro. You ain't gonna love that bitch. You know what I mean? As you know, she was trying to fight for Yahawashi. You see? This bitch acting like a fucking American. You gonna despise her, man. Cause that American spirit is an anti-Messiah spirit, man. See? You know, same thing with Sodom and Gomorrah. She turned back. You know, she really was an anti-Messiah, man.
And if I may, that's why you don't even supposed to be around this spirit. That's why we get this in the scripture. I think it's in the book of Corinthians. We'll have an infidel have to do with one of the believers in Yahawashi. You know, Yahawashi brother can't get there because at the end of the day, what the Lord is doing right now, he's making a separation. You know, if Yahawashi brother can get that Malachi 3 in like the last verse, the Lord is really making a separation for those who truly believe and those who are hypocrites. Now, when you go into the etymology of the word hypocrite, it actually means to be an actor, man, or a pretender. And it's made to be known that this guy, Alizé, was a pretender the whole time, faking the funk, for the lack of better words, man.
We're not from that because he was never a person. You want that Malachi 3:18?
Yeah, you get it on that side.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 18. Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 18. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth Yahawah and him that serveth him not.
And if I may, because it's going to be made manifest, man. Number one, throughout your doctrine. You know, when it got to a point, this guy doctrine started to change. At first, you worship Yahawashi. You say, don't worship him. You know what I'm saying? First, you believe in the Hebrew, the book of Hebrews. Then you say, oh, don't believe in it. Then you know what it says? Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You know? You say, believe in Apostle, the rights of Apostle Paul. Then you say, don't believe in it. You know? And ultimately, it was niggas backing you, man. And that's one of the most messed up things that you did, too. I ain't gonna cuss. You scattered the sheep, man. You know, you scattered the sheep. There was niggas that was actually looking up to him. But at the same time, now they disappointed. Now niggas don't believe no more because Adesai getting popped in the backside, man. You know, that's an offense in the law, man. You guys walk this morning. Allah, let's go. You got it.
Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 15. And what concord?
Oh, go up on this 14.
Yeah. Verse 14, 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. But, it's like, be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers.
Yeah, be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers. And that's one thing, even though they got to Zaria. You know, you get, even one thing I can commend, you know, Bishop Nate on, when he's on the platform, even on TV, he ain't going to BS around and just talk smack. No, he going to push forth the scripture. A lot of these guys are coming over there and pushing forth entertainment. One guy, this guy, Captain Cesaria, they was debating Christians, and it was like a battle rap type scene, man. You should have started prophesying, man. Warn these people so you can fulfill Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter, and 33rd chapter, wiping that blood off your hands, man. You got it, bro.
Yep, it says, for what fellowship have righteousness for unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness?
It says, in what communion? Look at that word communion real quick. Because you really don't even supposed to be talking to niggas like that, man. Because that wicked and evil spirit can actually rub off on you. You hang, let's not you hang with a broad that smoke weed or something like that. You be blowing stuff in your face. Take the heel and hit the blunt. That's how a lot of niggas get on drugs and shit. And a lot of women get on drugs. You being around somebody that's on dope, now you on dope. You know? And that's the same thing with wickedness, man. Spirits rub off. Brothers got that word? Yeah, communion. Yeah, let me get the definition.
It says the sharing or exchanging of intimate thoughts.
Yeah, of intimate thoughts, man. That's your innermost thoughts. So his innermost thoughts is not of Yahawashi. His innermost thoughts is of the world. That's why he communion. That's why he have communion with Adam 22. You got it, bro.
And feelings, especially when the exchange is on a mental or spiritual level.
On a mental or spiritual level, man. So he always mentally been in America. You know? You got one?
That's pretty much one or two.
Good.
If I made that nigga Adam 21, he a freak. You know what I mean? This nigga Amazon fucking freak. So it's really like, if we couldn't sit in front of that nigga, man, you want a bunch, you know what I mean? Just knowing this nigga background and shit.
You
breaking bread.
You say, I do this to my wife.
Yeah.
My wife do this to me. Shit.
But it goes back to what the brother was had alluded to earlier, that this truth was not sexy enough for him, man. It shows, just like the woman that you chose to deal with, hey, you got bad tasting women. You chose the woman that exposed your freaky ass, and it ultimately led you away from the truth, man. You see, through that freaky woman, hey, she exposed everything, man, because you call yourself a high priest, but yet you don't deal with wisdom. A high priest, a Levite priest, deals with wisdom. That's why all the nations, that's why all the tribes flow into Levi to what? To get the understanding, of Yahawashi. What is the Lord's goodwill towards us? What is the Lord? What do the Lord want to see from you? You gotta go to Levi, man. You gotta go to the high priest. So wisdom was not sexy enough for him, man.
That's spirit, man. That's it, because there's sexual immorality. That's what he wanted the whole time. You know?
If I be going back, because Jake saying the word, you know a man by his bride and shit. You know how much money a man got for how good his bride look. And Yahawashi went sexy to that nigga. So you know what kind of nigga he is, man. Because America was sexy to this nigga, man.
And if I could add, and this is not no knock to no brother, but ain't gonna be no big women in the kingdom. You know? You like big women, man. Big, excessively of morbidly obese American women. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. This is what you like. Because in the kingdom of heaven, hey, she gonna be shapely fine Coke bottle, man. That's what this wisdom is. If I could, Baba Bashar. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 10. And this is speaking to wisdom. And I loved her above health and beauty. So, cut the hair, Alizé. I don't want to cut my hair. Hey, keep the beard. I'm with my goatee. You know? And that's for any of these jakes out here, because we had a lot of jakes forsake the truth for carnal things because they want to keep a line up. Yeah, dreadlocks. Like, come on, bro. Man, you're going to get put to death in that day, man. That ain't even a warrior's hairstyle. Jacob's trouble come, man, hair getting cut, man. It says, I loved her above health and beauty and chose to have her instead of light. That's the what? The light of this world, the wisdom of this world, man. Because Esau, hey, he's a Luciferian right now. All wisdom, all roads leads to him. So anytime you get an understanding of something, it came from Esau, man. Our light is the scriptures. It says, for the light that cometh from her never goeth out, but the lights of America is going out. Hey, you see it already with Adam 22 and Alizé. The light is going out of this place, man. Adam 22 came to you and told you, hey man, I'm losing money. I'm barely even keeping this building together. I can barely even keep the rent up on this building. That's why he's pimping out his wife and she's doing more videos with that big buck Jake. You see? Pimping out his wife, man. He's gonna do it to Alizé soon enough. Hey, it might be a tape out there with him. Hey, he probably get with men, you know?
See, like with the board and everything, he's got a twitch.
All good things together came to me with her. You see, you're supposed to be a high priest. A high priest with understanding of the scriptures, understand that what? Wisdom is the chief thing, man. Wisdom is the chief thing. That's why it says all good things together came to me with her and innumerable riches in her hand. As King Solomon. Simple. But no, man, you wanted the light of this world. You wanted the understanding of this world because wisdom was not sexy enough. Because wisdom tells you, hey man, hey, I'm gonna put you to the fire. Brother was going into it, he was listening to the lesson. Hey, it's a level of fire. This is the highest fire that you can go through on the planet Earth. In the universe is to go through this spiritual fire right now for the name of Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi.
Brother was speaking on, it's Rock 26, verse 23. It says, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So just consider, like bro's going into, dealing with the truth. Hey, Alizé, man, he got offended that wisdom, right? You know, so he wanted, whoever the hell, what and well, you know what I mean? That doctrine and shit, that pagan shit, that was a beautiful woman unto him, man. Basically the ways of the world, man. And the Lord gave you unto that shit, man. Because most of you a wicked ass nigga, man.
He loved America.
The bed is under fire. That's a wicked doctrine, man. That's a wicked doctrine that these Christians push, man. These wicked Israelites push. You can't tell me, nah, man, you're supposed to be backed on, man. Get backed on. That's off, man.
Because you really got two women to choose from. You can either choose Sophia or you can choose America, man. There's two whores. It's like you got a whore and you got actually a woman, man. For the nigga, nigga want to have fun with the hoe. See, but having fun with the hoe leads to a spiritual STD. Now you fucked up, man. But see, now you gotta be strong because you defied the eyes on the Lord.
Back over in Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 12, it says, and I rejoiced in them, because wisdom goeth before them, and I knew not that she was the mother of them. So wisdom goeth before all things, man. So when we get this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, it's through the Holy Spirit, absolutely, but it's through the application. It's through the application of wisdom. How do you, as the brother said, how do you apply this wisdom, man? The way you apply the wisdom, that shall bring forth what? Fruit, man. Innumerable fruit, life.
Together. Because the Lord will put you in situations to apply the wisdom. A woman that got a husband, she'll throw herself at you and go to test you, man. Because a lot of the events, a lot of the things you go through your everyday life is not random. You know? Never. So that's why, again, this wisdom is meant to be applied because a nigga get mad and he'll throw everything out the window, just being emotional instead of thinking rational. That's why he pulled that out earlier in Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. You know? Having a reasonable mindset.
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
If I may add too, that's what we're talking about again, right? Those people in Babylon, you can probably put that off in that Corinthians too. I don't think we can put that off. Read that again about the child.
Yep. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
It says everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And again, that's the guy, this guy Elazar, he's just a small depiction of the whole Israel, man. Because there's a lot of pastors and preachers that participate in the same things, man. You know? You gotta go, bro.
Yep. And it says, verse 16, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravaged.
They'll turn Elazar on, but ultimately, that's really talking about in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, you're gonna lose everything, man. You know? Ultimately, because this nigga, he was bragging on he made this much money, you know, that shit ain't gonna mean nothing when the lights turn off and the dollar crash, man. But Bob, would say you go back into the current?
Yeah.
Let's go back to that.
This is Corinthians 6 and verse 15. It says, and what concord hath Hamashiach with Belial? Or what part hath the believer have? It's like, read again. It says, and what concord hath Hamashiach with Belial? And or what part hath he that believeth with the infidel?
Yeah, but he that believe with the infidel. So what you doing on this show if you're not prophesying, if you're not teaching, man? Because a lot of times, again, why people push forth these podcasts is just for entertainment and bullshit. You know, again, if you had that opportunity, you should have prophesied, you should have warned and talked to people, you should have fed the sheep. But again, it was made manifest at the end of the day, he was a hireling, man. He don't care about the fucking other thing, he cares about is the bread, man. You know, and then you got there's a fat guy over there named Many Face on Love over there, made a statement 5 months, like 5 or 6 months ago, and he compared him to Yahawashi. Yahawashi would have never got paid, man. You know, you got that was it on that offer. Y'all bring that.
Yeah, that nigga said that he the closest thing to Jesus, you know. But it's just even because he actually accepted that shit, man. The Lord saying that the bread of our heart, that should be. You know, you don't compare yourself to the Lord, man. See, with us, that's why that guy's gonna be destroyed, man. You know, you ain't got nothing. You don't want to show you Ecclesiastes 16, verse 13. See? Because the nigga really just full of pride, man. He just really the face of the 2/3, man, because there's a lot of people that's in the truth, but that know of the truth, that act just like him, man. You know?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, and verse 13.
Start into it.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yep, it says, Sirach, chapter 10, and verse 12. It says, the beginning of pride is when one departed from Yahawah from Yahawashi.
yeah, and see departed from the Lord, but it started with the mind first and foremost. And really, this is the nation of Israel, man, because when you depart from the Lord, you put on the covering of the so-called white man inside you. Acting like an American, man. See what you got?
And his heart is turned away from his maker.
Yeah, his heart, his mind. That word heart goes back into the Hebrew word law, which means your mind. You see, so when your mind goes off the ways of America, well, you're turned away from the Lord. Because America is a very anti-Messiah society, man. Everything this day promotes, schemes, is against the Lord. Okay?
For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination.
Yeah, he was just going back to Alizé, man. The nigga was proud. See, I even seen that, you know, when he went to New York and he went up there with the apostles and shit, just how he was standing amongst them and how he was speaking with them and shit, just like a nigga. You know, just talking like, I know he was talking like a way that I wouldn't talk about him and shit. Yeah, you'll probably speak like that with a younger brother and shit, but like with the elders and shit, bro, it's a level of respect, man. You don't talk to your father like you talk to your friend, you know? But that's just, that was a cry, and the nigga was pouring out abomination. You see, and it's just the same with Israel, man. The fact that you niggas pour, it's like the fact that you niggas pour out abomination, it's because you got that proudful spirit in you, man.
Spirit of Saul on you, man.
Yeah,
It's cool. From the house of Saul, you bring that back out, Papa?
Yep, going back. It's all right, chapter 10 and verse 13. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination.
And that's what Saul did. And when he heard that song, shit, Saul killed thousands.
Yeah.
David killed tens of thousands. What? Heard him? But hell no. Pride kicked in, man. Now what's he doing? David understood. Saul was what? He was anointed. He was the Lord's anointed. Was he not? He was. Was David not anointed? He was. So why would you pick up a javelin and try to throw it at King David? That's what you did when you came against the apostles and the elders. You came against the house of David, man. I'll bring this up. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 26. Woe or destruction unto you when all men shall speak well of you. Matter of fact, I'm going to read it in the NLT. Yeah, see, go into it. All right. It says, woe. It says, what sorrow awaits you who are praised by the crowds. You was praised by the crowds, man. They went up there to fight, you know, the apostles and the elders said, hey, we done all got beside ourselves, so to speak, in time. We got reprimanded and what? Jake humbled his ass down. So they get up there with the apostles and the elders. The apostles and the elders let him, hey, pop his shit, man. No, you know what I mean? Somehow I was kicking with the apostles and the elders. You ain't on no level, they just humble. Wise men, you know? Because you showed your hand. What sorrow awaits you who are praised by the crowds? For their ancestors also praised false prophets. You see, you proved yourself to be a false prophet because you're no longer a part of the truth, man. You're out here getting pegged on the backside. The Lord could have forgave you for it, man. Ain't like you was out here killing folks, but you came against the word, you came against his men, and ultimately, what? You did things that were unseemly in the sight of the Lord over and over and over again to a point that, yo, pride lifted up in you, that the Lord must be with you. The Lord understands me to a point that, hey, yo, the Lord has destroyed you, man. All because the crowd agreed with you. And this crowd is the crowd of America. The Lord ain't for that, man.
Got some good, very good. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 13, and I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, beware that thou be not deceived and be brought down in thy joyalty. If thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself, so much the more will he invite thee. Press not thou upon him.
Yeah. At least read that from the top slide.
It says, if thou be invited of a mighty man, withdraw thyself.
And who's that mighty man? The apostles and the elders, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I've been invited when we was younger men. Man, I was listening to men that had came before me. I saw examples of men that they moved in the right manner. I saw men that moved in the wrong manner. I understand, hey man, I'm rude. Hey man, I got a fiery spirit. Hey, the apostles and the elders probably say something, I'll be like, man, hell! And that'll be wrong time, wrong place. So when that invitation came, hey, I'm not built up enough, you know? Those are mighty men. Let me know, I shouldn't even be in the ring with this guy right now, man. I ain't got no reason to be up here around these great men. Let me get built up first. So, continue.
It says, if thou be invited by mighty man, withdraw thyself, and so much the more will he invite you.
Come on, man. Withdraw thyself. Keep it humble. And when you do come around, what? Quiet. Hey, if they say something to you, hey, you scarcely speak. You know? You ain't trying to overtalk him. You ain't trying to make him match him point for point. And if you did, hey, you would get reprimanded and you would learn how to take that. So what? If you took it the first time, you what? All right, then. Next time, you know, I'm gonna keep it in a row. Then what? Man, that brother took the reproof that I really like that brother. He took that rebuke well. Hey, tell him to come on back up, man. I've been seeing his growth down there. Come on back up and what? The Lord will exalt you, man. Due to your what? Your humility. Because you're applying the wisdom of Yahawashi in sincerity, man. Because we really want to get out of this place. But you want to be seen of men. That ain't it, man. That ain't what we here for.
It says, press thou not upon him, lest thou be that, and stand not far off, lest thou be forgotten. It's like being balanced, you know. It says, affect not to be made equal unto him in talk.
Yeah, and that's and we all have suffered. We've all suffered from that before, right? You know, the spirit get on Jake or whatever. Jake be thinking he's saying something. No, brother, you use 30 words. This brother used 5. The point was still made. Shut the fuck up, Jake. Excuse my vocabulary, man. But Jake got to learn how to shut the hell up, man.
It's the spirit of pride. Yeah. It says, and believe not his many words, for with much communication he will tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. And if I may, that's how you know this is a wise man. Ultimately, he just gonna play the game until you got a little rope to hang yourself, man. You know?
And you done spilled your secrets like a woman at the bar, man. Now, she, if you done ask her soberly, hey, how many men you done slept with? She gonna keep it coy. She ain't even gonna tell you. She'll find every which way to keep from answering that question. But on that drink, she gonna spill her heart, man. You see? That's that pride. That's that strong wine, man. You see? So is that it on that?
It's really about the order of things too, man. Because again, everything must be done decently and in order. You know, again, you can't be, for lack of better words, willy-nilly when it comes to the way. Because even I remember when this guy went up there to the apostles, he was like, saying, calling him wizard and shit like that. Like, what the fuck?
That's all.
Like that's your homeboy, man. But at the same time, he made a statement. If I'm not mistaken, he said he the rebellious son. You know, for lack of better words, you know, him and that boy Deacon, they could be the sons of Eli. You know, niggas that was basically turned against Israel, you know, going on just for money's sake.
I got one. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 1. It says, rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father.
And it's the spirit, man. When it comes to a father, it's a certain level of respect, you know. And again, if you disrespect your worldly father, he'll get on. But if you disrespect your spiritual father, the heavenly father will get on your ass. And we can see that's happening too. You know, the Lord already took the Holy Spirit off him. He claimed not to be an Israelite, but ultimately before he's spilling out his abomination soup, he like to get big and what else this guy like to do, man? You know, you guys go off.
It says, and the younger men as brothers.
And the younger men as brothers. So you ain't supposed to be evil to a brother, man. Being malicious and shit like that, you really supposed to watch out. Because again, we all label every day. It's like we on the front line together, man. You know, on the front line together, we gotta watch each other back. You know?
Not no slapping. You know, you saying up there having lordship over brothers, like basically like spiritually slapping him in the back of the head, just having your way with him. Nah, man, I don't talk tough to my brother unless it's what. That don't mean that we don't get down on one another. We do that in corrections, man. I get on my younger brothers, my blood brothers. I get on their ass, man. But when they come around, and if they haven't done no offense, what's the reason for me sitting up there just, you know, just going railing for railing, sitting up there just getting at them because I'm the older one spiritually? That's off, man. It's off, man.
It breeds evil spirits, for the lack of better words, but it breeds contempt and all that. Yeah.
Before you back up, just pretty much going back on being amongst the great men. You know, this is Ecclesiastes 6 in verse. I'm starting at verse 33. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding, and if thou bow thy ear, thou shalt be wise.
And if I may add, that's how you know you ain't really supposed to be so talking. You know, he ain't say your mouth, you know, I love to talk. You know, even says that in Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter, when I come into the house of the Lord, hold thy tongue. You know, ain't nothing wrong with saying, cuz, that's right. But that's the short being speech. Man, that's the speech being short. So what?
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 6 verse 33. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise.
And it says, if thou bow down thy ear, bowing, that's a sense of humbleness, man. You know, you basically are up to another man's will, for the lack of better words, man. Because again, the apostles and elders, they don't go out there and speak out bullshit. No, they speaking rivers of living water. They're speaking life, man, and things concerning prophecy, man. Something Halalyam just threw away in the trash can. You got it, though.
Yeah, it says, if thou, it says, stand in the multitude of the elders.
Even then, now staying in the multitude of elders, they even on the midst of the comment board. Because that's why you see some people on the comment board, you know, they get too crazy, they just start saying too much, they'll get, you know, blocked for the lack of better word. You know? But you guys walk through that again.
Yeah. It says, stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise.
Yes, and cleave unto him that is wise, man. The one that's pushing forth the right doctrine, man. That's pushing forth the decisions, the battle of the life of everybody, man. And the only people that's doing that is the men that's going out here pushing out this truth, man. You know?
Yeah, he said cleave. That's a level of humility, man. That ain't comparing yourself to him. You actually acknowledge that you have become under them, man. In order to learn. See?
That's like somebody you hope on too. Like a baby. When the baby's scared, the baby cleave unto the mother. You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's really your only hope. You feel me? Because it's like I'm trying to get that to an Isaiah drawn from the breast. You know what I'm saying? Get that about the shot. Because we was babies, man. You know, Jake was wild at one point, man. They was ready to, you know, beat down and eat it, man. But the apostles taught us the decorum and wisdom, how to carry this truth, man. You know, you gotta. This is.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 28 and 9. It's like my bad. Isaiah, I don't know. Yeah. Isaiah 28 and 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to know understand? It's like Isaiah 28 and 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Yes, to understand doctrine. You got it.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Yes, and one thing about a baby is humble as hell, man. Because the baby depends on their mother and father to feed them, to nourish them, and to grow them up. And as soon as you built up, for lack of better words, that's when you really start understanding. You know, it was one point you just moving all wild and willy-nilly. But once you got, like I said, once you got like, 3-4 years old, you ain't keeping shit on yourself no more. You really get reprimanded for that. You going 5 and 6, 7 years old, you doing shit that you was doing, you was 3, you get your ass whooped for that, man. But it got to a point with us, Yahawashi set up the right apostles and elders to breastfeed us this truth, we also not to understand it. And we grew up being, model men of righteousness, man. Because again, here in these latter days, you should not be in a wicked mindset, because like it says in Isaiah the 13th chapter, though hands on the head, the wicked should not be unpunished. Now, if I shall get 2 Peter 3 and 10, because it says, what person ought you to be here in these latter days? You know, I've been pulling out this book out every week, man. Because again, this place is going to be destroyed. And Yahawashi is going to do a spiritual, righteous reset. But it's not like he's going to take everybody up. No, he's only going to take the righteous up, man. The 144,000 and 1/3, while everybody else will be destroyed, man. You got it, bro.
It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Yes, it says the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, man. I'm telling you how a lot of people are not really prepared for the Lord to come. That's why you got even Israelites teaching the Lord going to come 30 years. The Lord going to come 1,000 years from now. That basically leads Jacob being in a lackadaisical spirit. You know, you got it.
The elements shall melt. So like, the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yes, because that great noise is talking about the missiles, and that fervent heat is talking about when the missiles explode, man. And ultimately, what it's going to do is actually going to make everything into a lake of fire, for the lack of better words, man. You got it.
The earth also, the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Yeah, it says, earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Bible, you can look up that word works for me. Because at the end of the day, the works and the remembrance of Esau will be done away with. It ain't going to be like in the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be a Bart Simpson doll or a George Washington dollar bill. No, man. All those things is going to be wiped away.
Shit, even price, it's going to be wiped away. Because that's an American thing. That's an American thing. That's an American perfection. Put it that way. Pride is an American perfection.
That's it. Because it is a such thing as righteous pride. Like you got pride in the Lord. But you ain't got pride like, oh, I did. You know? Yeah, brother Scott.
Yeah. This is that word works. It's 2 Peter 3, Strong's G 2041. Ergon, it says any product, whatever, anything accomplished by hand, art, industry, or mind.
Yeah, or industry or mind, so the works in the hands of weak Esau, and even the little things that Esau puts forth, the philosophies and the ways of life, it's going to be done away with. It's on that?
Yeah, come. It says an act, deed, thing done.
A deed, a thing done. You got it?
The idea of working is emphasized in art to that which is less than work.
Yeah, that's like that. That's it on that?
Yeah, come.
Yeah, but basically, the deeds are things that you do. The things that Esau built with his hands and with his mind. And the only thing that he pushed forth with his hands and minds is wickedness, man. That's the reason why crack cocaine was a big thing. That's the reason why gangster rap still affects people to this day. Because this guy have perfected weaponry, man. You know, he shoot at you more than one way. He just don't shoot at you through swords and weaponry. This nigga shooting at you through chemicals. He even shooting at you through water now, man. You know, God bless that. Yeah, continue on.
It says, saying then that all these things shall be dissolved.
Yeah, you see that this place is going to be destroyed. You know, you got it.
What manner of persons ought ye to be?
So you want to be like a guy like Adam 22. Because that's a guy that's going down with the ship, man. You know, you got it.
In all holy conversation and godliness.
With our holy conversation and godliness, man. You know, pushing forth this truth, pushing forth this word, and pushing forth the vibration of Yahawashi, the spirit of prophecy, man. You know, you're supposed to be an example of righteousness instead of an example of wickedness, man. Because the only example that you are now is an example of a setup. You know?
Because the things that are going to be melted with fervent heat, hey, this is, let Esau tell it through his pride, his wisdom and knowledge brought all of this forth. How is not your wisdom and knowledge keeping this afloat, man? How is it that it's valid? Your wisdom and knowledge isn't, it isn't as strong as you thought it was. It isn't as strong as you say it is, man. You see? That's why the Lord said, hey, it should melt away with a fervent heat. You can bring that back out, Bible shop.
Going back, it says, you want to jump into verse 10 again?
Yeah.
Yep, 2 Peter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
These people can't see it, man, because as the brother saying, Esau done hit you so many ways, man. You don't know which, you don't really know which way the bullets are coming, man. You got LGBTQ conversation. You got man versus woman conversation. You got is college a scam conversation. You got is this car salesman trying to sell me a lemon conversation. You got too many conversations, man. It's too much, and that's just mental. What about the physical responsibility that I have daily, man? Oh, I gotta take my kid to here. I gotta take my wife over here because we're only down to one car. It's too many conversations, man. Esau is hitting us from too many different angles. Continue.
It says, in which but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Salaki, we can bring that back out one more time, Salaki.
God, it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
So this rulership, this heavens, man, this rulership is going to pass away with a great noise. And these people are scared, are afraid of that great noise, man. You Americans, more importantly, because you know, hey, Master P, hey, he on it, man. Yeah, he ain't making no peace treaties. He ain't making no deals, man. These needs should not. They ain't finna be. Their minds ain't finna be swapped up because they learn from the small mustache man. All right. Yeah.
It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also, and the works that therein shall be burned up.
So everything that you see here before you, your mindset. Here, if your mindset isn't to change and get on the same page as Yahawashi, you should find yourself here in the lake of fire, man. In America, from the east to the west, north to the south. You should eat a missile. Yeah.
Saying then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be?
So what should you be twerking? Should you be out here trying to get it like it's no tomorrow. I'll sleep when I die. Matter of fact, you will hold it, bring it out. What you have?
Yeah. This is Luke 21 and verse 34. It says, and take heed to yourselves. It says, anytime your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness.
Yeah, and that's what these people are their minds is dead set and stuck on partying and bullshit, man, and sex. And here it is, the economy is at an all-time low. Why the hell are you even going out to see the weekend? Why the hell are you even going to the breezy boat? You mean to tell why are you paying $1,100, black woman, to take a picture with Chris Brown? And nigga, why did you go half on? I got 600, you gave her the other 500 for your woman to get filled up by Chris Brown. Should these be the things that you're doing? Like what? I'll ask you this, to what album book are you gonna put it in? What wall you gonna put it in? What wall are you gonna nail it to? When all of this is gonna be destroyed. Here it is, Trump got troops on. Hey, Trump got troops throughout, what is it, 19 states now? So, why all the surfing? Why all the partying and the bullshit? When you know it's seriousness out here, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it says, your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of his life.
Yeah, you drunk on this Babylon juice, man. You see these, people, these other nations are drunk on this Babylon juice. And for the ones that are drunk on it, what? You see in their nations, hey, man, go to America. Go to America. Because really, hey, they want to kill their own, man. Because they know this is the Lake of Fire, man. They give it cheap tickets to America. Hey, it probably costs $10, $20. Hey, yo, you want to be black? Get your ass out of here. Oh, you want to have wet blonde hair? Moab? Get your ass go to America. Go get that American dream. Why? Because Moab, Ammon, hey, Ishmael, they gonna shoot missiles on this place, man. But these people are caught up on partying bullshit. Got it?
Yep, it says, in the cares of this life, and so that they come upon you unaware.
Yeah, so you call that's that thief in the night. You sitting up there, you drunk, you staggering, you falling over, you thinking, oh man, what happens at the end of the night? You done danced your heart's desire, you done drunk, you done talked your shit, now you done made it. Hey, and I ain't get pulled over by the cops, today was a good day, Ice Cube. Now look, hey, you probably got a woman waiting at the crib, got some food on the table, what? You trying to make it to the bed. So you're in a mindset in the spirit of now it's time to rest. You see? And it said what? At the very end?
Yeah, it says, and so that they come upon you unaware.
Unaware. You're gonna eat a missile. It's gonna be one day your power was on and you're gonna wake up in a pool full of sweat. Esau turned all power off. You walk outside, it's 1,000 people already in the streets. And then they heard your door open. Pizza. Now that it's a horde of niggas kicking, looking to get through your door like what was that the movie I Am Legend. Everybody want to get in this one spot. It's gonna come unto you unaware, man, like a thief in the night. Because you're calling this surfing spirit. You're calling a riotous mindset, man. Because these people love the bull, people love to protest. Why? Because it's a possibility that somebody gonna throw a brick or a chair, a glass gonna get broke, and now niggas moving washing machines, TVs, and whatnot, man. You see? That's the spirit of America. So what person, if you could, Bobby Kashab, is that it on that? Is it on that?
Oh, it's on me.
No, you got it.
Yeah, verse 35, it says, for as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth.
Oh, and that's to you Jakes, because you Jakes are caught in that party and bullshit spirit, but Esau's caught in the pride spirit, man. Me and the brother was talking on the way up in the camp, man. You got a lot of Edomites on social media that's paying attention to the things that's going on, and they know that it's nothing they can do. They voted Trump into office, and now Trump is turned against them. So with Trump turning against them, they don't want to seem like an asshole by screaming Trump is the problem. So they turn their eyes because Esau's evil. They turn to you. Now he got a problem with you. It's the niggers. They gonna get on your ass, man. But the Lord got something for them. that's just the end all be all, man. So everybody is being snared, man. Esau now it's a thing for Esau to let his racism be shown. But let Lord forbid, hey, this Donald Trump may get out of office. I bet you they take all those videos down. But no, there's always receipts on the internet. You think Jake ain't saw you? Jake remember that face. So when the day of rioting actually becomes the theme of America from the east to the west, north to the south, that Edomite is gonna be put to death if a brother get there in the course of the actions to stand in their power. Because that's what's coming to this place, man. And it's gonna come unto these people unaware because really all of them are drunk and all of them have been snared.
They got it. They gonna go into the wrong season, the wrong spirit.
Good.
You gonna go into a season of serious spirit party and bullshit.
Yeah, you're going into hunting. Here it is, this hunting season. You're supposed to have a gun, you're supposed to have your vest on, or whatever. That's what we're gonna have on, Lord willing. You know, you gotta have the orange vest, you gotta have the hat, you gotta have that spiritual armor. You're supposed to be out there with a shotgun, a rifle. This motherfucker walking through with a fishing rod. Nah, it ain't fishing. Yeah, fishing rods and a flip flop. In a six pack. You through, you finished, man. You're dead. Hey man, you're dead. You're dead people.
If I may add to, just going back into people before the flood, man. How the way they was acting when Noah was going. Noah was building, man.
Right.
It was a whole different spirit, man. It's the same thing that's happening now. People partying and bullshit, going to the wrong time in the wrong season. But guess what niggas started trying to act right when it started raining?
When it rained,
When
yeah.
it rained in, they didn't want to get right. Last minute type shit. You feel me?
Hey,
Listen, hold on, man. No, niggas knocking on the door, man. You
hey,
feel me?
what? They didn't when the raindrop first hit, hey, they didn't bug out. They started them niggas went outside dancing because it was a new phenomenon that too. Only when the water kept rising. Oh, this shit ain't stopping. Hold on, flash flood. Oh shit, no, damn. There go Jimmy. There go your cows. Hey, what was going on? All of a sudden, boop, 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 boop. Now you on the it's too late.
If I may, like the brother Malachi, he brought a bad point a couple years ago. It was days that shit that happened. Man. You went to sleep like you think it's a bad dream, and you woke up. Now that shit, the water woke you up. You know what I'm saying? The water flowing and hit you in the face a little bit. You like, God damn. All of a sudden, you got the only thing you can see in the background is that art starting to rise up a little bit, man. And it got to a point when they really lost hope. And it's going to be the same thing when the missiles drop, man. Because you know it's too far gone. There's no more hills to get on top of. You know, there's a lot of people that try to make makeshift floats and everything. No, the only way to get upon, the only way to get saved in that day was the ark. And just like here today, the only way to get saved is true. There's no other way, man. But the only time people is going to try to look for when bad shit happen. That's why the scriptures say, in the day of thy power, wait, thy people shall be willing. You know? Yeah, man.
Yeah, second is 15. Yeah. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth not, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Yeah, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell.
So you're in the world. Don't Jake. This isn't a thing of the rapture's coming. Jake, you got a lot of these Christians that want to believe in the rapture. Nah, man, you're an inhabitant of the earth. It says, whoa, man, ain't gonna be no being pulled up out of here. What are you being? Hey, no, you gotta see it to the end. It said, he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So we know you dudes ain't reading your Bible, man.
I pray that you should not take them out of the world, that you will keep them from the evil. So that means you gonna be here, man. You know, and Lord willing, we are that precious number, but you're gonna be here for the sake of prophecy. Because somebody gotta be saved.
Somebody gotta die.
Yeah, somebody gotta eat in the family. It's just like somebody gotta be pining away, man. You know,
Starving.
you know. Yeah, it continue on to say, it says, for the sword and the destruction draw not, and one people should stand up and fight against another.
And we're seeing that now, man. Here it is, Trump got checkpoints from state to state in these places where he's putting up these National Guards. hey, it's getting to a point now that Trump is coming down on certain public speaking, certain self-expressions that the people ain't gonna be able to go out and, you know, for lack of better words, people ain't gonna be able to go out and just move about like how they used to, like how we do now. It ain't gonna be that in the coming days, man. What you outside? What's your state your business? That's what's coming, man. Why else is Trump talking about he's gonna clean up DC first, and then he's going to Chicago, then he's gonna go to New York, man. He's setting up checkpoints, man, because he don't want people to be able to get into these capitals, man. Yeah.
I think the Lord said Lord should be shut in the streets. So, and that's, you know, Trump, man, anything he passed certain legislation is going to put lockdowns and curfews in certain areas, man. You know, he's cleaning up homes and shit, man. You know, people can't be outside in certain periods of time, man. Why that's taking place?
Yeah, what is he doing? He's bulldozing over the homeless now, man. He's saying either you agree with it or go to jail. So allow me to put you into this detention center over here or go to jail. Either one of the two, but one of them's happening. You see? So what more for you people that want to go, that want to gad abroad from state to state? It ain't gonna be that no more because these states are contentious with one another, man. Trump is heading up there cutting off particular aid. It was the state that just basically came out and said that they're not gonna bag the small hats, man. And you think Trump ain't got something to say about that, man? But what we do understand with these states, the states have the power. The states is the one that's sending the money to the Fed. So when the states understand, man, screw this dude, man. What's gonna happen? This is the house divided. The federal government and Esau's gonna bring in foreign troops in. And that's when he's gonna put off those blockades, man. What you got?
Yep, it says, and one people should stand up and fight against another and swords in their hands, for there should be sedition amongst men.
Sedition, people hating the government, people hating the ruling class, man. Ain't nobody gonna be, shit, you see it now. They look at Obama, they told him to shut up in the middle of a speech. Like, what more now, man? What more now? The sedition of men. Matter of fact, could a brother look that up, Bobby Kashot? Sedition, because I don't want to butcher that.
Yeah, this is the definition of sedition. It's a simple definition. It says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority or state or monarch.
So, who made it cool to do that? Hey, the men of the Lord first, man. And now you got these bug outs, and truly, if you ain't speaking Yahawashi, yeah, you have a form of wisdom because the Lord said that He should pour His Spirit upon all flesh. But at the end of the day, you're inciting people to come against the government. You're going to be put to death. We're going to be saved by Yahawashi. That's the difference, man. You're in your feelings, and we've gotten past our feelings because we understand that what? I sinned against my power, man. So our sedition, hey, the Lord is with it. The Lord is not with your sedition. He said that He put these powers over you as what? As a whooping stick. As this is the standard. And if you buck against it, you just fighting against Yahawashi. We ain't bucking Esau, man. The only time we got something to say about Esau is on Saturday. Or when a brother does a live stream. That's the only time we got something to say about him. You got something to say about him every day. Why? I'll give you an example. Donald Trump, he was the biggest advocate to get TikTok off the platform, get TikTok out of America. All of a sudden now, the White House has a TikTok page, right? They have a TikTok page, and what do you have on this TikTok page? You have stupid niggas and simple Edomites. Where's the Epstein list? They talking, man, you just go to it, man. It's super entertaining. They talking big boy shit. Esau understood what he was doing. He's keeping information and data on all of these people. He's going back to all of your IP addresses. He's picking up your yo, this dude just moved. His phone just pinged over here. You was staying in Idaho. Now this nigga staying in Alabama because the prices are cheap. He got that, man. He got you on record. He gonna comfort you for that sedition, man. You sparking the minds of the people when he's trying to keep people docile and stupid. You got it?
It says, It says, for the sword and the destruction. You know, it says, for there shall be sedition amongst men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the causes of their actions shall stand in their power.
So in that day, the first, your government leaders, you already seeing Jake. They was standing, they was throwing trash. The lady that basically what was it? Was it Detroit? It was Michigan, where they had all the trash. You actually had Jake sitting outside of her house, man. You got Jake sitting outside of government officials' house. What more in the day of trouble? Because ain't no money out here, ain't no food here. These people are gonna lose. So the government officials are gonna get got down on, and you everyday Israelites are gonna get got down on. You nigger women for the alimony, for the child support. For you got little Ray shot because you was talking to this dude over here. Hey, that broad that just got the coach put to death. You think little buddy ain't gonna get on her ass in that day, man? That jail, hey, the angel gonna hit that jail. He gonna hit that switch. Jake gonna get up out of them doors, gonna open. The only thing gonna be on Jake gonna kill him. See, the courses of their actions is standing their power, man. So talk your shit online, Esau. We'll see you. Hey, Jake shall see you in the riots, man. Yeah, Jake, we gotta laugh at this and see this in the balance, man. Because though we be angry, yet we sin not, man. But Jake gonna do a lot of this bidding of our anger that we have in righteousness. 2/3 gonna get down on Esau, man. And it's gonna be the will of Yahawah, Yahawashi, and the Lord is gonna what? He's gonna bring the military down on Jake, because Jake gonna be mowing Esau ass down, man.
And that's how you know even it's gonna be some Edomites that's gonna hop in there too. Yeah. Like class wars. That's what Esau think is good. Esau wanna push that race war, but class wars is gonna make Esau really be mad. Because even when you go back during the times of 70 AD, that's even really about in the book of Josephus. You know what I'm saying? How Jake, they would get down Jake, and it was some Edomites there like, hey man, why can't do that? And they prayed, they like, let us contact me and Jake. Because they knew the severity of, being an Israelite. But just going back, they was already proud of Jake from the beginning. But just going back into just class wars. Because even though Jake forced some of the Edomites that's in the middle class, and even high middle class, low middle class, they're just going to be rich and poor, man. And it's going to get to a point where they're going to band together and fight against the system. Because that's why I say it's the people. Jake's going to do it, but he's going to be the people in general, man. Yeah, man. Now, guys like that, you feel me? He know, like, he gonna have a couple
he gonna be pissed off.
He
took my 401k.
And he got things like that. He probably already got a collection. Jake comes and man, we gotta get these fuckers.
He gonna invite Jake into his house.
Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
That's some warriors, man. And they gonna fight against the system because how bad it's gonna be. That's why the time of Jacob's trouble is gonna be a time of desperation. The most racist motherfucker is gonna come together with a Jake to fight against the system. Because they're gonna realize that being the gold, and what? This is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He gonna show himself.
Everything gonna be leveled out. It ain't gonna be, you know what I mean? Cause they might be on shit. I'm going through it too, man. And that's what's gonna make this place so violent, man. See, cause it's gonna be evils on all fronts. Lord even tell you that evil should be on every side, man. It ain't gonna be a time of rest. It's gonna kick back, man. It's gonna be real action packed, man.
And then what's gonna help these class wars, as the brother was going into, is gonna be planetary. You got this data center thing, and this is a thing that the United States government has a contract with Planetary. Planetary, the CEO of that company, came out and said, it's like, yo, man, by 2030, that we're gonna have a system in place that whether you have $0 in the bank or 100 million, he said 100 million. He said it's gonna be leveled. And it's gonna be a base, it's gonna be base, man. Everybody's gonna be a base, and he's gonna come with that universal income. Why? Because this is the only way for him to reset the economy and to establish his world order, man. So the people are gonna be pissed, man. The same Edomite right now that can't stand my chocolate skin, hey, I'm gonna look like a god in that day to him, man. Why? Because Jake, he wants to get at his people. He know the only way he gonna be able to do it is by linking hand in hand with Jake.
Yeah, hey, he that is evil to himself, so who can be good? You know?
So Esau gonna be pissed, man. He gonna want to get at his own people. That's that house divide. But you can continue on that.
Yes, it says, it says, in the cause of their actions shall stand in their power. A man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
And that's why he's gonna come with, that's why he's shutting down the city. That's why he's gonna do, because he's trying to curb off those class wars, man. You know, because it might be a complete migration from the state of Nebraska. And everybody, all of a sudden, they find themselves in Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, man. You see? Because, hey, Nebraska's done went bankrupt. So that's why, no. Not this big cornbread fed cracker. No, come get down there with them niggas. Hell no, not with them Mississippi. Shit, you know what they did last time? Esau know about the color wars, man. He know that spirit's getting raised up. So hell yeah, he gotta cut the access ways off, man. He's really gonna block these cities. He's gonna block the roadways. And that still ain't stopping shit. Jake just gonna go into the woods and find another way.
Yep, it says, for because of their pride, matter of fact, they said, man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Why? Because he has troops on the ground. He has the National Guard. He has international troops from China. EU troops. That's what I was looking for. EU troops, man. And I done trained with them guys, man. They don't like us. They don't want to eat with us. They don't want, hey, man, I'll see you when we can get out here on the train and exercise in the field. Outside of that, man, stay away from me. That's how they feel, man. So Esau is really gonna cut off these access ways. You got it?
It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yeah, why? Why are you afraid? Because Esau, you watch too many Disney movies coming up. You watch too many Marvel movies. You watch Jean-Claude Van Damme. You watch Arnold Schwarzenegger. You really thought you was built like that, man. Until the lights go out. And then you get hit in the chest. Take that million out your hand. All of a sudden, hey, man, you're going to have a different spirit on you, man. Yeah.
It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Nah, man, I ain't ate in 3 days. I ain't ate in a week. Shit. Hey, can of peaches, man. Who wins? We're going to toss it out there. Hey, they going to get busy, man. Yeah.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
Yeah, because here it is. They went to church together. You know, the kids had tea parties. You know, kids had sleepovers. Played sports together. You know, went AAU trips. And then now here it is. Billy is kicking Brad's door. I know you have something to eat, Brad. It's like, nah, man. They gonna get on each other's asses, man. Hey, the scripture said, thus saith Yahawashi, Yahawashi, so it's gonna happen, man. Hey, we already see it's a dog-eat-dog world. Just look at corporate America. What more when it trickles down to the common day average American, man? When he hasn't eaten in a week. Oh man.
Apartment buildings, lofts, you know, projects.
This had Squid Game.
Yeah, you know, they catching all these people in one section, man, especially those project areas and shit. Yeah, you're gonna really see, the fierce angle of the Lord, man. Niggas kicking in, then they're not gonna have pity. Man, your children down. You see, it's all gonna be for the lack of bread. All stemming from a nigga not eating.
That's gonna food and water is a hell of a motivation for the flesh, man. Hey, that's a thing that Esau does, man, just to see the temperament, even in the military. He'll deprive you of food for a particular time or whatever, just to see how you will react.
Yep. It says, a man should have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and from great tribulation.
Great tribulation. Here it is. Little Susie just died, man. You know, her body wasn't able to sustain. The father didn't eat, so the baby ain't gonna eat. Now he's pissed, man. You see, that's gonna bring about a fierce anger in these people. Hey, it's gonna be hellacious out there, man. Hands up.
Okay. It's the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 1. And it says, know this also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemous, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Just to back brother up, this is just the characteristics of what the people's going to be into, man, in the last days, man. You know, and they're going to intensify, man, especially like the brother was speaking on the shortage of food and water. The scripture said because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You know, here it is, you got niggas killing each other over fucking honey buns and shit now, but just wait till the shelves become completely empty, man.
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
They can get down on one another, man. Slamming each other. Miss Betty Jean was getting pushed into the counter and had to get a hip replacement. All because Jake wanted to taste the brand new chicken sandwich, man. What more when he knows, hey man, hey, that can of Dole peaches, man. I know how savory and succulent those peaches are, man. They gonna get busy, man, you know?
That was during the pandemic. You know, when the niggas started going crazy, over that toilet tissue. You know, niggas go crazy over something that you wipe your ass with, so what it's gonna be when your stomach goes. I remember in Snickers commercial, it said you knock yourself through hungry. People ain't really been returning to being brute beasts, man. You know?
Yeah. All right. Got that. Matter of fact, I'll read this here.
I got one.
Yeah. Go ahead and bring out that. No, bring out the shit.
Yeah, this is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away.
I'll read that back. Buckle 7.
Lamentations 4 and verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Yeah, so it's better to be shot down in that day, man. It's better to be stabbed and you know, bleed out within 2 hours than for you to pine away, starve and becoming one of those Ethiopian kids. You know, feed the children, because when you pining away after so long, after your body has went through autophagy, it begins to eat its own muscles. It gets to a point that it has nothing else to eat on, that your stomach fills with gases, man. So it looked like that motherfucker eat, and he done ate. Well, he got a full belly, he done ate something. No, he gonna die. All you gotta go over there and do is poke his stomach probably explode, man. That's what the Lord is talking about. It's better to die by the sword than to pine away. Yeah?
It says, for these pine away stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field.
Oh, I smell chicken, but you ain't nowhere near. You see? What you say? Hallucinate. Oh, yeah.
Then like them damn fuck niggas and shit, man. Food, content creators, nigga, that's all you gonna have. You know, you gonna be tasting shit, then the Lord will remind you of certain tastes and smells.
Yep.
You gonna suffer from that, man. I know a nigga, he wants to teach, but now this nigga just do food content, man.
That's sick.
Yeah, y'all know the niggas, niggas on mukbangs, niggas be doing ASMRs. Niggas be smacking in the mic stand.
Yeah, that weird shit.
Man. Starve a nigga like that, man, because they're gluttons too. You know, America breeds gluttony because food is a relative easy ability. You ain't gotta go out there and think it. There's some people, some tribes out there in Africa, man, nigga eat only every 2 or 3 days, man. Because they can't afford it. But for lack of better words, these Americans eat every day, so once this luxury get taken away, man, it's gonna start getting crazy, man. If I was something with my
still bring it.
Jackson.
Thug it up.
You got an umbrella. Look on the back.
Yep, going back to 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 11. 2 Peter. Yep, 2 Peter chapter 3
What
verse.
you done on the other Nah, that's good. Yeah, you can bring that out, man.
Yep, verse 10 it says the hand of the pitiful women have sung their own children.
Yeah, you women that's out here taking all these pictures of your kid. This is who I do it for. Yeah, really? Yeah. That baby gonna be lunch, man. It says satin. So basically you're gonna boil that baby. You're gonna boil it down. You're gonna put some spices and seasoning. Now, Jake, you're gonna put spices and seasoning, and Jake gonna be stirring it and eager to eat it too. With tears in their eyes. Oh, little Billy. Yeah, tasting the water. Like those old Bugs Bunny cartoons, shit, tasting the water. Got a whole baby in there, man. Look, Keisha. Yeah.
They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people.
See, they were their meat. So that you're gonna eat your children in that day, man. How horrible that you ain't got nothing else going on in life. You absolutely positively finished, and you look over at your daughter in life. That's at least 30 pounds of meat. And you put it to death. Hey, it happened during the siege of Masada. They went into it in the Apocrypha, man. And you had, hey, the wicked Sakari niggas. You know? They kicked those, hey, we smell you in here cooking your kid. It even freaked them out that the mother was in the house eating her babies, man. And shared. That's crazy. But that's the point. That's what the Lord is going to bring you people to. The very babies that you say you do this for, man. I know women that defraud men on a daily for their kids to be able to have the life that they never had, man. When all you had to do was live an honest life. But no, man. The same kid that you did all of this defraud, you did all of this evil for, you should do evil unto them, and the Lord should do evil unto you. Because that still is not going to fill your belly. Okay, you ate little Jimmy. Your body ain't used to processing straight through it. Hey, it's one thing eating it in McDonald's. It's another thing eating a Billy or a Keisha sandwich, man. Yeah.
She got that spirit. She really don't even like no kids and shit, man. You know, these women, they really hate their others. You know, even in that day, they ain't gonna be shit for Eve to get rid of that motherfucker, man. It's all gonna make you breathe. You might hit him outside the head and nigga don't die. So you really you gotta put effort into killing him and shit, man. You might slit his throat, but this motherfucker's still alive. Yeah, and you're gonna have to really put effort into killing your baby and cooking it, man. That's gonna be dreadful.
You wanna get rid of that responsibility.
You know, like that responsibility, because again, a lot of these kids are badasses, man. They're doped up. That's why a lot of their mamas just put them on ADHD or some shit, man. Because they out of control, man. They don't even discipline their kids no more. You know?
Go back to that.
Well, 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11, saying there that all these things shall be dissolved. What manner of persons ought ye to be?
So what type of person should you be, man? Should you be in any of the examples, in the spirit of any of these examples that the spirit of Yahawah Sham Yahawashi brought out? Matter of fact, bring that out, and then we're gonna finish off on that. The brothers don't have anything else.
Yeah, this is already 11 verse 25. In a day of prosperity, there is a forgiveness of affliction.
So right now, Jake is in the day of prosperity. That's why Esau tell you, shut up, at least you're not in slavery. And you got a lot of conservative, liberal Jakes out here that has nothing to do with it. So that's the day of forgiveness, right? You got it?
Yep, it says, and in the day of affliction, there's no more remembrance of prosperity.
Yeah, so you ain't gonna be thinking about your concert at the Breezy Bowl. You ain't gonna be thinking about your trip to Cancun. You ain't gonna be thinking about your trip to the Bahamas or your trip to or the food truck. You ain't gonna be thinking about those things, man. You're gonna be thinking about your next meal. All right? That it on that? That was it on that?
Yeah, that's it.
Come, you can bring that out.
It says in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening until the coming of the day of Yahawah.
So in all holy conversation, man. So the holy conversation is we talking about prophecies. We're looking forward to the coming day of Yahawashi and all the things that lead up into the moment of Yahawashi cracking the skies to deliver us, man. That's the conversation. Every week, me and brothers start talking about women. Something, hey, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, it's gonna lead back to Yahawashi. It got to, man. Because we got to be delivered from this place, man. So all of our conversations lead back to the Lord, man. You talk about basketball, and all of it goes back to Yahawashi eventually. Hey, because the brother gonna say, we ain't gonna be hooping in the kingdom. The only sport we gonna be playing is popping your red. So everything goes, all roads leads to Yahawashi. So what should we be talking about, man? With all of this hell and calamity going on. Yeah?
Looking for and hastening until the coming of
Hastening. That's the signs. What? You like that dog, we're just waiting for it, man. Let that sun go down so I can go get on Will's ass. That's a hastening spirit, man. That's how you have to be for this thing, man. To hell with this place. This is over with. You're gonna need another fix tomorrow, and another fix the next day, and the next day, and the next day, so on and so forth, man. But we're renewed daily. And it's that we never get tired of this feeling, man. But you're gonna need more tomorrow than you need today. And you're gonna need more the day thereafter than you need tomorrow. Because this place is not fulfilling. Yeah?
It says the day of Yahawashi, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
So everything that you see before you should be melted with fervent heat. So what type of conversations you be having today, man? Did it? No, that was you had anything else? All right. Hey, I can tell you on that.
It says, nevertheless, we according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth.
Oh, according to his promise, man. Not Esau. Every promise Esau that never gave you. Hey, man, it came with a side effect, and it really didn't happen. You voted Trump 2024. What happened? Hey, all your money gets sent over there to the small hats, man. It got boots on. It got troops on the ground now against you, man. It got Medicaid cut. That's exactly what happened. So all of his promises to you, hey, he reneged on it. What happened to the student loans getting forgiven? That would have been a slight peace of mind for certain people. They didn't get forgiven, man. So
It's like he's been living up to his stuff, being deceived, a liar.
And how can you people not see it, man? But yet you still desire tomorrow. You desire the day of tomorrow for America. God bless America. No, man, this ain't it.
If I make every 4 years, that's what they want to be their new heaven and new earth. So that's what they want to change. Like something's going to be different, and everything's going to be okay. But everything has been downhill, man. People going to like the Bush administration, building up all this shit for lack of better words. Obama inherited.
Yeah.
They on what it's called change gonna come.
Yeah.
And Trump came. He said, "Make America great again." All these different slogans. But that's how you know it was declining each more and more. Biden was what? Build back better. Which means what? You know that it failed, man. And Trump, he just wrote the same shit again, but again, there's no way you're going to be able to revive this system as it once was, man. That's why a whole new system is just going to have to arrive. That's why I says we look for a new heaven and a new earth where indoor righteousness, man. You read it again?
Yep, it says, nevertheless, we according to his promise.
To his promise, man. Because the Lord promised us that we're not going to dwell here in Babylon forever. That's what he say. If we stay here forever, what? No flesh can be saved.
That's it.
It's a deadly situation just living in Babylon. If you go out your everyday life, you will risk death, man. And it's going to be even more evident, especially in the times of Jacob's trouble. You're going to realize why this place is called the Valley of the Shadow of Death. Dude, you got it?
Look for new heavens and a new earth.
So a new heaven is what, man? A new rulership, a new time, a new earth is being refreshed, and things are being put back in its proper and righteous order, man. The fishes are going to be happy again. You won't have squirrels with fungus growing out of their face. You won't have the deer zombie disease. You won't have rabbits growing horns and stuff out of their face, man. Because Esau has polluted the whole earth, and we know how that even happened. Through him putting out these, he said that the reason that you catching these mutated animals is because of mosquitoes, insect bites. Who put those engineered disease insects out? Esau did that to get the numbers down, but it affected the animals, man.
If I may add, you look at them moving outward.
Done.
You know what I'm saying? They do different experiments on these animals and see which one is the most contagious, and they'll send it back out there, man.
Done.
You know, you gotta realize this is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he fulfilled what Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. You know?
Yeah, that leads to what? For you individuals who think you're gonna live off the grid and be in the wilderness, like those Ozarks out there in Arkansas. Man, you ain't gonna be able to live off no wild animals out there because everything's defiled, man. You already see it. You got pigs out here eating rat poison, and their flesh up under the skin is blue. You think Esau ain't gonna you? Man, that's millions of pounds of meat. Esau finna feed that to you people, man.
Eat that shit up.
Yeah, they gonna eat that shit up.
Even the water. Yeah, different streams. Niggas polluted that shit, man. A lot of that shit contaminated with lead, especially in California. You know, from that 49er shit, they was looking for their gold. You know, and they polluted a lot of the water with lead and shit, man. Kill off the streams and shit.
Now even fucks up whole ecosystem.
Yeah.
Because you gotta realize if you fuck up the water source, animals go there and drink.
Yeah.
The animals playing a important part into the whole ecosystem, like even raccoons, man. Raccoons, heavy animals, they got thumbs and shit. You know, no animal like that. But even though they might be disgusting or repellent to others, they are a useful tool for the environment, man. They make the world go around, man. And Esau is fucking up that whole environment, bro. That's why, if I may, it was this guy. It was a black bear broke into his house, man.
Yeah, I seen that.
And the only reason why a bear come into your house, man, he had to be hungry, bro. Because a bear really, you know, they got territory and stuff like that, but they're not really curious like that. They was really desperate, man. Because the world is fucked up. They can't eat their regular old food no more. You know, and they can't even, eat out the trash can anymore.
Esau has gotten to a point, I think the brothers had put it in the group. Esau is killing off roly-polies, man. And roly-polies actually takes toxins out of your soul. That's the only way when you got bad soul, hey, go get a bunch of roly-polies. Hey, man, it'll fertilize your soul and get the toxins out of it.
And they kill our roly polies to make ink and shit. Ink pens and shit.
Yeah.
Sick. But that's how you know we have resources upon the planet Earth, but he's using it the wrong way. Papa, what's I get there?
Yeah, this is Romans 8 in verse 19. It says, "For the earnest expectation of the creatures, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High."
Yes, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High, because even the creatures are suffering. What that is in, I think that's in book of Job 12. Ask the animals, and they will tell me. You know, because ultimately they'll tell you that the white man is the so-called devil because he have mastered deceit. You know, he not do the call for a deer, a call for an elk, and it get to a point like when it's game season. Yes, you can hunt, ain't nothing wrong with it. But Esau, him being a greedy and covetous man, he over-exceeded, man. He killed the deer, the doe, the babies, and that's against the law. Even cows. He'll make fucking veal, man.
Yeah, that's off.
That's off. That's like a mother cow. That's like her baby and shit. They got feelings and shit, man.
Yeah.
And for lack of a better word, they make the meat taste bad. You know what you got?
The scriptures tell you that a righteous man cares for his beasts, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. They cruel, man. So hey, we know the promises of Esau ultimately lead to death, man. Because the greatest creature, really, even in the kingdom of heaven, hey, you think we just gonna be going around killing the heathens just because we feel like it? No, you're gonna have to go off for you to get judged, man. We ain't just gonna be just killing just to be killing.
Hey, we merciful men.
You know, that's our beast. You know? You gonna be, he's gonna do, hey, I'm not tying my shoe, tie, you know? But you get it?
Yep, and it says, wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we look towards a new heaven and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. And that righteousness is having everything put back in its proper order and everything to thrive and live, man. Because the Lord said he created not death, man. But only sinners, when they take hold, when they go off, do they take hold of it? Roughly paraphrased, right? So we look for a new heaven and a new earth, man. But did any brother have anything else?
You got them on it? Yeah. Read one more time. Because like this brother was just talking about, like everything is an important part into the ecosystem, but Esau don't care for the beast of the field. Read that one more time.
Yeah, this is Romans 8 and verse 19.
Let's start at verse
Yeah, verse 19, it says, for the earnest expectation of the creatures waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
Read it.
Yes, in the NLT, it says, for all creation is waiting eagerly for that future day when the Most High will reveal who his children really are.
Yes, and that's the beautiful thing about Yahawashi, Sham. Because guess what? He already know who are the righteous rulers is, and even certain animals know, certain creatures, they desire for peace and happiness to first throughout the whole planet Earth. But at the same time, here in this lifetime, a lot of Jake is blinded, you know, even a lot of dogs are blinded. They think the white man is their friend. But at the end of the day, it's being made manifest that all the creatures in the creation is waiting for righteousness to come. Even bacteria, man. Those are living creatures, man. You know? And that's all a part of Yahawashi Shadol. You got it. What's the moment?
Yeah, man, I skipped down to verse 21. It says, but the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the church of the Most High.
Look up that word liberty. Let's see what liberty is, man. Esau have you thinking that liberty is something. Hey, give me what's this? I forget these. Give me liberty or give me death. Hey, Esau thinks his liberty is just do as thou wilt, man. Nah, this ain't no do as thou wilt. Let's see what this liberty of Yahawashi and Yahawashi is, man.
Yes, it says liberty, strong G1657. It says liberty to do or to omit. It says true liberty is living as we should, not as we please.
See, because we're gonna run things in the kingdom. So ain't nothing gonna be out of whack, ain't nothing gonna be out of order. So that's order. True liberty is being in order, man. You ain't roly-polies can't even be in order because Esau's in rulership, man. Nothing can be in order under Esau, man. Nothing has true liberty on this side.
And even I was thinking about hunting season is in the midst of main season. You know? That's listen, man.
And why? Because Esau knows that when you trying to get a 5-point buck, what? You got to catch him when he's trailing behind a female, man. And you got to catch him at a rest state and hit him right there in the heart, right there in the breastplate, man. Because anything else, his meat will be gained. If you catch him in a running state, or you catch him sitting up here, he click clacking, you can easily hit him when he click clacking, he bumping heads with another one to mate. Nah, you want to catch him at a standstill. You want to catch him in his heightened state of trying to mate, man. That's off. It's supposed to bring forth more deer.
More life.
More life. But nah, you cutting this man down in the prime of his life, man. That's wickedness, man.
This is out of the I went to the etymology of the word. Strong's G1658. It says free, exempt, unrestrained, not bound by any obligation. And it's pretty much, makes you think of those zoos, man. Esau got these different zoos that set up and really restricting these animals, like certain birds that got like 1,000-mile radius, and he got the motherfucker in a cage. Or even this nigga got dolphins. A dolphin supposed to swim at a certain radius, man. Yeah, a certain distance.
Yeah, them motherfuckers basically they running into glasses or whatever because they're going crazy, man, because they don't have enough room to actually be out. They're a sociable creature. They
gotta have
moving
them
parts,
pairs,
man. Yeah. It's like a lion pack, man. Those are sociable animals.
Yeah, because people think, because animals, even though they're brute beasts, they have communication and everything. They have emotions, everything, feelings, family members, cousins and uncles and shit like that. That's what those powers are really on, man. Family members, but when you take that animal away from that, and then they try to force it in the zoo, and ultimately the animal ends up killing themselves. You know, they try to put two works together, and for the lack of better words, one of them end up coming belly up, man. And it happens to a lot of animals, even I don't think it's any animal. I think it's the one in another. The little stingrays, like you touch them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers die all the time. You know, they just always get another one, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, it's all.
Because it's a prison system. An animal is not meant to dwell in that way, especially the ones who are used to the ocean. You know?
All right, we'll finish off on this. We'll bring that out.
Yep, this is 1 John chapter 3 and verse 2, and it says, Beloved, now we are the sons of Yahawah Sham Rawchaa, and it doeth not yet appear that we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
Yeah, so right now, we finished, man. Brothers got jacked up lineups. Brothers missing teeth. Some of them yelling. Jay got a limp. Jay, shit, my jaw, bro. Shit, yeah, we finished on this side, you know? Yeah. Shit, but it says what at the very end?
It says, when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
We should be like him. Yahawashi is beautiful, man. And that's what bodies. Yeah, those new bodies. That's what we desire, man.
Because just going up to getting from that unbonded situation, man. Not having been restricted. Because especially that what really restricts you here in this lifetime. You know, it's a lot like
yeah, come. Well, with that, hey, want to end off by giving our glory, infinite praises unto
Yahawah, Sham, Qadash.
Never honor our apostles and the elders at Great Millstone that teach and that rule well. Till the next time, shalom.
Shalom.
All right.
Right. Shalom.